why it's important for people to watch drawing art? Why for people important to listen to music? Why it's important to see some modern art? It's the same answer, like the human who wants to see this and who feels some inspiration of the beauty or inspiration of the show, they watch the dance. Just everyone has different way to be inspired, and some people maybe get inspiration from the dancing.
Check it. Wow, amazing. Look, it is episode 208, Alex. 208 of A2 the show. A1 the show now. Or A2 with Alex. Yeah, A2 with Alex. Amazing. Good to see you.
For me too. Thank you for the invitation.
Our first guest from the Ukraine. Welcome. And Alex is a dancer, right?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. Will you share with us more about what do you do and what kind of dance you do?
I'm a belly dancer. I do belly dance, and this is the dance with which I live.
All right, perfect. All right. So belly dancing is something I always assume is more in the Middle East and like whatever. Middle Eastern countries, I usually hear it, but you're from Eastern Europe and you're also doing the belly dance art.
Yes.
So how did you get started in all this?
Well, actually, belly dance is from Middle East, right? But it's the roots from Middle East. Right now, belly dance you can find all around the world. It's really very big geography of this dance. You can find it even in Latin America, in Asia, in China, in Vietnam, everywhere. Even in the islands like Canary Islands, Tenerife, and this archipelago, they do belly dance also. It's all around the world. It's everywhere right now. So it's not so hard to get stuck to this dance.
Amazing. So when you were growing up learning it, was it a thing in Eastern Europe or is it newly now a thing that's everywhere? How long is the history of belly dancing?
I started when I was adult already. I wasn't a child. I was like 19 when I had my first class. So I discovered this art in my country, and it was not like from the original countries. It was the kind of art in my country. Later, I started to travel, and yes, I discovered it in different countries. And right now, you can see international teachers from all around the world. If you say about the belly dance, it doesn't mean that you need to learn only from, I don't know, from Lebanese or from Egyptian teacher. You can study it from different one. But if you want to learn the traditional kind and the roots, then yes, you should be in some native countries, and you should to discover this background of dance.
Interesting. Is that what you did? Do you travel to like the native belly dancing countries to learn it more?
I learned belly dance from different countries, but never from Arabic countries. It's my big dream. Yeah, it's interesting. And it's my very, very big dream. And when I was child, I didn't do belly dance yet, and I didn't expect that I will do this. I was so much deep in Egyptian history, and it was my big, big dream to travel somewhere to Egypt when I will grow up. It was like a blue dream because here in the childhood, like in my time, it was not so long after USSR fell down and the borders and the mind were closed. And to travel abroad for children, it was like a dream, like, wow, it's impossible dream. So it seems for me to go to Egypt, it's something very complicated and impossible to do. So I dreamed about it. And when I grow up, like right now, I can do my dream. But some outside reasons every time doesn't let me to do it.
Yes.
Just like when first time when I was going to go to Egypt, revolution in that country was started. Then my flight was canceled. Then I don't remember some reason, like my personal reasons. Then this 2020 year.
Right.
So
The big enough reason, right? Yeah. Hey.
yeah.
But
So I believe it's like not my time yet.
yes,
The universe tell me, Alex, later.
amazing. Well, I like that attitude about it. You're like, I'll keep fighting for it, and I'll keep training, and I'll keep doing better, and um, so that when you do go to Egypt, you'll rock it, right? But is that how you feel about it? Are you still like, well, you've traveled to a bunch of places, haven't you, to perform? Can you tell us more about like where you've traveled to?
Right now, I'm international teacher and
Hmm.
performer, and I've been traveling all around the world. I was, I've, I've been in more than 40 countries. I think I have
Wow.
visited every one continent except USA and North America. Yeah, but in South America, in Latin America, and in Europe, in Asia, like I've been in many countries.
Okay. All right.
But
And you're there mostly to teach and perform, right?
yes,
I see. And where is like the best place you've been to for, I guess, performance? Like when, can you tell us about like the best show you've had as a belly dancer?
you know, in every country, it's different experience, and I love everyone's show. I love everyone audience, but they are really different because of the geographical corners. Like in Asia, people are more calm and more shy, so they look, but they shy. In Latin America, they more warm and they are excited about your performance even before you enter to the stage.
Hmm.
They made a lot of emotion even before you appear there. And Europe is very different. It's like not a big area, but at the same time, it's very interesting by characters of the people. So Spain and South Spain, they are very, very warm. Italy and France, they are more intelligent and more
Yes.
delicate.
Hmm.
Belgium is very warm place. I love it so much. Actually, I was thinking that Belgium is more close to France and Italy by mentality, but no, they are more close to south of Spain. They are
Interesting.
very warm. So everyone place is special for me, and
Mhm.
I love everyone human from my audience. So I cannot
Right.
say which place is the
Every
best.
place is different. That's amazing. Every culture, it's interesting. It's cool how you say it like that. It's, you've traveled and you described all the places you've been to. I wonder, so for belly dancing, for example, I imagine like something like ballet dancing is some place you want it to be more calm theater just to watch more of the dancing versus there are dancing that's more like big and rowdy and you want the crowd to dance with you and be excited about it. um what do you prefer more? Do you prefer the more crowded, excited, warm crowd, or the ones that are just watching you and admiring the dance?
In the most, it's a second option
Hmm.
because right now belly dance is kind of art, and I'm teacher and performer in the festivals. In the most of times, they perform in the festivals. Um, in general imagination of people, they think that belly dance is something for party, for wedding, for no, maybe not everyone think that the belly dance is for wedding, but yes, it's for wedding.
Yes.
In Arabic countries, it's
Hmm.
for wedding. So like belly dance you can see in bar, in restaurants, in places like this, but also it's another way of develop belly dance is artistic style. So we have theaters, very beautiful theaters for performances, and the stage as usually is not so big and not so small, so it's very convenient to stay in communication with everyone of audience. But as usually it's a stage and sitting people, it's not just like a party. So they just sit in the hall and admire the art, admire the dance. And in the end of the show, like we are many performances as usually, because organizers of the festival, they invite many teachers and many artists. So it's like the show of different artists. And in the end, it can be music for everyone and people can get up from audience and they can go to the stage and to dance with us, to perform with us, like just to have fun
Yes, to
in
move.
the party style. Yeah.
Right.
It's this.
I love it. I'm sure like you're a professional ballet dancer, but I feel like ballet dancing's the kind of thing that anyone can do, right? You just got to move your belly, and that's a belly dance. Is that how you see it?
Actually, I think like this too, that
Hmm.
everyone can do belly dance. It's very natural for human to dance, not only belly dance, everyone dance,
Hmm.
everyone can do. It's very natural. When you feel happy, when you celebrate the life, it's normal to move and to feel the beat of the music. And for belly dance, it's like the same. When I start to teach my students, I tell them the same, that everyone can do this. But just later, we start to discover more deep cultural things in the dance, because the belly dance, how it looks right now, it has special reasons in the culture. So every one movement has like a under text and text between words, we will say like this.
Okay.
So we should to discover these things also, and being in very light topic that everyone can do this, we add a little bit more of culture and a little bit more of technical things, because you know, not in everyday life we do like this or shake hips so much, so it needs a little bit more attention to develop some muscles, but in general, yeah, everyone can do this.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Does it take a lot of training? Do you train a lot for belly dancing? Like outside of the dancing itself, do you have to do like workouts and things to prepare you, or stretches, whatever?
For belly dance, more important is stretching. The
Hmm.
body should be stretched, and especially the spine, it should be soft. Well, maybe not so stretched, but soft.
Okay.
Spine and joints, because we move a lot smoothly, softly. So everything should be soft. It's stretching, and yes, the technique of belly dance should take some time to be trained also, um, because you know, like in everything, even if you go to the gym, if you do some big stop, your body will say bye bye to everyone your skills, so you always need to keep it.
Wow, there you go. Pretty cool. So I want to know from you were talking about you have to be relaxed kind of to dance. When I'll describe sometimes you go to a club, you see like someone who's like very rigid and he's not very in the dance, or they're like afraid to dance. And there are people that are the opposite. They're just dancing so loose and so crazy, but like they're not, there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. They're just whatever, too loose. And then there are people who are actually good dancers, right? They have a little bit of both. They're like they have their movements, but they're not just random and wild. How do you find? Am I describing something that makes sense to you? Is it? And how do you find that balance?
For me, it's very complicated to
Mhm.
dance in club or in party, like you
Really?
say,
Hmm.
because yes, in my body, professional belly dance lives.
Wow.
And when I come to the club, I want to dance like this, very simple. But
Wow.
I can do only like this, and I cannot calm down myself. So, like, it's better to sit and not to dance, or to go and to perform, like no middle
Hmm.
point for me.
Wow. I didn't. That's what's strange. I seem like if you're a dancer, you'd love to dance wherever you go, but maybe that's not the case, right?
Actually, yes, actually it's right. I can dance wherever I go, but just when I start to dance as I dance, it takes attention. And sometimes when you go to club, you want just relax and to be in this
Right.
crowd, and nobody pay too much attention to you because you just relaxed. So, but if I start to move as I move,
People will pay attention, too much attention.
yes, yes.
And you don't always
It,
want that.
yes, yes. That's why sometimes I prefer just to sit and not to move, or to dance like a wood. Yes,
That's
that's
amazing.
all.
All right, pretty cool. And do you ever find yourself like dancing in places where you're not supposed to dance, or like you're just whatever in a taxi, you're playing some music in your earphones and you start dancing, or you're just walking around and you're dancing? Are you like that, or you control
Yes,
yourself?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yes.
do these things, and especially like you say in taxi somewhere, sometime like you take inside the
The
headphones,
earphones. Yes.
and like I cannot move in taxi so much, but I do some belly rolls or some chest movements, and actually it's not seen if you are in the clothes, it's not seen, but the breathing is changed. And it's very interesting that you are sitting very calm. Like sometimes I try to imagine the reaction of the drivers because you go deep in your
Mhm.
thinkings, in your dance inside, and it's silence. You don't move, but you start to do some strange sounds like, and
Right.
driver like, what she's doing? What's going on?
Why are you
But
breathing like that? Hmm.
yes, but because of the movement, like it's belly roll or some chest movement, some movement of the muscles inside, it starts to be changed. So like I see they start to look in the mirror, like what's going on? Everything is okay.
Yes.
And then oh yes, I'm dancing. I need to take off one and relax a little
Relax and
bit.
be
Just
normal.
to,
Be
yes,
normal, right? Yeah.
yes,
It's
yes.
fun. It's interesting, right? It'd be fun if we were all dancing often. For people who don't like to dance or say they don't dance, do you think there are people who don't dance, or you think everyone can dance a little bit?
Yes, I think that everyone can dance. Not a little bit. Everyone can dance. Good.
Okay. So for the people who say to themselves or to tell me like I don't dance, I don't like to dance. If Ali Shimmer was here, he'd be like, I can't dance. I never
Uh,
danced in my life. um,
you?
no, I have. No, of course, I like to dance sometimes. I'm not the best dancer, but I've heard it a lot. Like people tell me. And I also used to have the mentality when I was younger. I used to think like my experience is like I used to think, well, I can dance. Dancing is silly, maybe, or it's like I'm a serious man or something. I don't know. There's like, and maybe in Arabic culture, I don't know. I'm talking from my experience at least. I thought that maybe dancing, I would make a fool of myself if I'm dancing. But then as I grew up, I just realized that I don't care what people think. I just want to dance and have a good time. Right?
Mhm.
So that's my experience. But if someone came to you and said, I want to dance, but I'm scared of dancing, or I don't think I can dance, what do you say?
Uh,
Yeah.
it's a different things. Like if humans say that I don't like to dance,
Hmm.
it's one thing, and it his or her choice. So here we cannot do anything. We cannot change the mind. But if human says that I cannot dance, but I want, this is another thing. Everyone can dance. Even that one who say that I don't like to dance, they can dance because it's natural, it's normal. It's like I don't know, like, have you seen that any lion will behave like a zebra?
No.
No.
Okay.
Or zebra behaves like a lion? Never also, because it's their nature. The
Hmm.
same for humans. For human, I think it's natural to move, to dance, and to feel the rhythm. So when we say that I cannot do this, it means that we take away from us some part of human being. It's like it's impossible. If you say you don't like, okay, but you cannot, no, it's wrong. You
Wow.
can.
So it's something that kind of makes us human. I was just wondering, I just thought to myself, like, why would you even want to like go to a show and pay to watch someone dance? It's kind of strange. Like I hear you can go listen to someone sing, that's great. But why do people like to watch dancers?
It's beautiful. I
Hmm.
think it's beautiful. You have never been in the dancing show. You have never
I've
been at
seen, of
ballet.
course, I've seen beautiful belly dancers. I've seen belly dance. I've seen other kinds of dancers before. I love the art of dancing. I think it's really cool, like moving your body. Um, I just think it's an expression of yourself. I skateboard, so like I know like I like to express myself, and like I know maybe it's strange, but like when you watch someone skateboard and do tricks that you can't do, and it's one of the coolest things. And so I maybe that's you think it's because people look at you dance, they're like, wow, I wish I could do that, and you're doing really cool tricks. Um, do you yeah, is that why people like to watch dancers? What do you think it is?
I think, well, if the dancer watch the dancer,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it will be the way of studying. They discover new things and they discover the way of development for themselves. and yes, they learn something new. But if just a human watch belly dance or any another kind of dance, I think it's just like some aesthetic enjoyment. It's aesthetic, it's beautiful.
There you
You're
go.
from Lebanon, right?
Yes.
Originally.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm Lebanese. Yeah. Hmm.
So I think you have seen the belly dance there. But yes, right,
Yes.
it's
It's a big
there,
thing at
yeah.
weddings. Weddings, of course. Every wedding, there's always a belly dancer there, and like someone on the
Yeah,
drums beating the drums, and the belly dancer is dancing, and she has the chains and whatever. It's yeah, it's great. Yeah, to watch.
yes.
I enjoy
It
it. Hmm.
yeah, and it's a lot of dancers, it's a lot of dance and well, sometimes maybe it's some stereotype that the belly dance for belly dance the dancer should be like not very slim, but it's a stereotype, and maybe because of this stereotype it's for some people who are not agree with this visual picture.
I see.
Maybe they say that it's not beautiful, but actually the belly dance on the stage and belly dance as art, it's very aesthetic art. So mm, like if people come to the show, I believe, actually I have never asked about this, but
Right.
I believe
Hmm.
they like to see it aesthetically, they
I
like to
see.
see the show.
Right. All right. I see. All right. Um, Perfect. I'm curious right now, since we're on the topic of people who don't like to dance, there are places where like dancing is not allowed or dancing is forbidden, or people think, especially in some places where they think dancing is not okay or not good. Um, you, why is it important to dance, and why is it important for people to watch dancers?
I don't know,
Hmm.
and why it's important for people to watch drawing art, why for people important to listen the music, why it's important to see some modern art, watch the dance.
Wow, that's a beautiful answer. I mean, this is part of the reason, like, I'm a filmmaker and I do this podcast also. And for me, it's like, what's the point of this podcast? I guess to contribute something to the culture, to contribute something positive to the world. So if someone's watching this, they can be like, oh, I'm inspired to do something myself, or that's a cool idea, or I saw something, or I met someone that's really cool and inspiring, and I want to learn more from them. So yeah, it's really cool, and it's awesome how you say that. Like, is that why you want to dance? Do you want to dance because you like the dance, or are you at this point where you want to dance because you like entertaining people?
I like the dance. I like
Hmm.
the dance, and I like this way of dance. When I started, like it's the same. The answer for your previous
All
question,
right, it's the
it's
same.
also with my personal sample, because I'm economist by my education. I
Oh
have
wow.
the
Hmm.
level degree in economy, but I started dance because I have seen it. So I was inspired and it catched me. And I started to dance because I saw it and I fall in love with this. And yes, I dance because I like it. I love it. It's not because of the entertainment people.
Amazing.
But yes, with
Hmm.
time, of course, because we go to the stage, because we have this opportunity to communicate with different peoples, and like with you right now, also with time we become lovers of entertainment in general. So it's like one by one, it's complete together, and it's impossible to separate from each other.
That's beautiful, and it's also like part of a community. When you're dancing, everyone comes together to watch the dance, and everyone dances together, and that's a beautiful part of it, I'm sure. But now with COVID and everything, how's that? Has that? I mean, have you been able to perform at all since coronavirus started this year? How's that been for you?
Well, I had last performances. No, I had a show in September, but in general, my international trip, last one was in the February of 2020. But later also I'm a teacher, so I continue my my activity of teaching online. I have my online course, and I have online lessons with students. So like my activity continue, but yes, right now I go to the stage more rarely. Also, right now we start to have some action in the community, like we start to perform at home. It starts to be popular homemade gala shows. So we just perform at home in some dance class or in photo studio, like the place where we can find. We record the video, we share
Videos.
with organizers. Yes, they make the show and they share with the students. So it starts like 2020 changed our lives a little bit, but it also was very good opportunity to learn new things and to develop in these technical things. Because you see, I'm a beginner with this Zoom in my phone and I
Right.
don't know what to do with this. So if not 2020, maybe I would not know what is Zoom at all.
Right. There you
So
go.
maybe, yeah.
I like that attitude. Yeah, exactly. It's like if something drops, there's something else that comes in its place. You're gonna keep dancing no matter what, right? They can't stop you from dancing. And
Yes.
yeah, unless well, yeah, as is there do you know any dancers that have stopped dancing for any reason? Is it like, do people get injured in belly dancing ever, or is it something that is like physically difficult like that, or is it usually that's not common in belly dancing? I don't know.
You mean that they stopped
Injury.
to dance?
Because of injury or something.
Yes, sometimes it happens. It can hurt the back,
Hmm.
and it can hurt the knees.
That not
So
with you though. That's you stretch, I assume, or something, so you don't have that issue.
no, I don't have these things,
Hmm.
but actually, like for the back, the problems for the back can start because of the wrong position. When we dance anatomically, the area of the hips is we move a lot, and the place where spine and hips are combined together, it starts to be too much like I don't know how to say in English, but too much activity in this
Right.
area. If
Just
you would not
rubbing.
do this, yeah,
Friction.
yeah.
Yes.
If you would not do belly dance, like this part would not do this so
Yes.
much. But if you do it a lot and you do it with the wrong body position, it hurts your back so much in one area in the low back. Also in belly dance, there is one style from Iraq, and it's a lot of hair turns, like twirling, twirling,
Yes,
twirling,
I've
twirling
seen
a
that a
lot.
lot.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it's common.
And this thing, if you do it wrong, also it also dangerous for the neck.
Neck, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. From
I see.
one side, when you do it not so much and with a good technique, it will help you to fight with osteochondrosis in your neck. But at the same time, if you do it too much and with wrong technique, it will give you osteochondrosis. So you should be careful with this.
All right, perfect. All right, no, that's some great advice. I wanna watch one of your dances with you. This is a segment we do with all our athletes and artists. Where's the best place we can find it? Is on Instagram's the best place to find your art, or some on YouTube? What do you recommend?
Uh, you can watch in YouTube. YouTube is for the long performances. Short performances are in
All
Instagram.
right, I'll pull up your YouTube right now. Here we go.
Okay.
Alex DeLora, the
Yes.
wonderful Alex DeLora. Let's see it here. Okay, perfect. This is your channel. Subscribe. Here we go. Subscribe. Amazing. All right. What's a good video you have? So you have a bunch of tutorials on this. All right.
Yes, it's
This is you.
tutorial.
Is this one you?
Yes.
Yeah, we can watch
Yes.
this. I hope. Here. All right. This is you on stage
In Belgium.
in Belgium.
Yes.
All right. Just to begin, we're starting off here. How do you start off a show? Are you ever nervous before a show starts?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always nervous before the show, and even today before the interview I also was nervous, and right now I'm sitting that like I had another yeah, it must be with phone, and right now we are sitting with the laptop, and I think, what's my background?
Yeah,
What
okay.
is it? Because it was very fast to turn on the laptop. So, but okay, it's like this. But yes, I'm stressed every time before the entrance to the stage. And, you know, when I started, I was thinking that at one moment, somewhere it will disappear and I will be calm before the performances. I was dreaming about it. But
Not yet.
with time, I'm dancing for a very long time already, and with time, no, this feeling doesn't go from me, and I start to get used to this, because you know, it's like responsibility. This worry is because of responsibility for audience. You must be how they expect, how they want you to see, how they saw you in YouTube. So you must be like this, and like you must to share correct energy with this audience, because belly dance is a very double art. Like maybe for you before, maybe now, I don't know, maybe still you think like this, that the belly dancers and the belly dance is something without
Provocative?
trust.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So when we go to the stage for the people, my task, which I give for myself, is to show people that this is the art. And
Wow.
the belly dancer is not the girl or woman who have some too much free behavior, let's say like this.
I see you. No, I understand what you're trying to say. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to show that it's more of an art as opposed to more of an entertainment, right? Maybe like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I worry about all this combination inside of me, combination of energy. And, you know, also like as everyone audience is very different, you should, when you go to the stage, you should to catch their feeling and to catch their level of the vibrations, because you cannot do whatever you want before you are on the same way with these people. When you are on the same wave, when you catch their mood, when you catch their line, then it's more easy to find the contact, because dance is like a dialogue, like we are communicating with you right now, but in the dance it's without words, and we must find the correct point of touch to each other. And I worry about this, if I will be able to find the touch with these people, because every time they are different.
Amazing. Well, let's keep going. Let's see. Let's keep watching. Sorry. Okay.
No, for me it's okay.
It's recording the sound. The sound is being recorded, but I should have shared sound with you. No issue. I just wanted to comment before we continue that. Yeah. So at this point, I see like you feel comfortable from what I see, because you're doing like facial expressions and you're joking around and you're like, right? You're playing with your eyebrows and you're smiling. Are you still, like you said, you were nervous before you come on, but once you're on and you see that you're in Belgium, the audience is like looking at it and watching it and they're like, wow. Do you feel better?
You know, like if to say about the stress before the performance, I don't feel bad in general. Yes,
Okay.
I feel stress, but I learn to survive with it. So, okay, I feel nervous, but I continue to do what I do because it's like it starts to live in different way from me. I dance and I'm nervous. And like I stay sensitive to every one moment and to every one second of this connection to the people. Like you cannot relax in any point, at any moment. The dance is like a story which should catch the attention from the beginning till the end, especially in a live communication. Maybe when you watch on the video, you think like, maybe it's not the thing which I would want to watch sitting in the there being
Right.
there in audience. But when you're there inside, it's a little bit different because it has the energy and you feel the dancer, and this thing is most important than when you watch just the picture. And for this to build this, you should to stay connected and switched on with your stress for every one moment, and you should not relax till the end, because every moment you are looking for connection with people. You find connection with these two, with these two, with these two, but that two who are very far, they are still not in connection with you, so you must to connect to them also and to get to their soul.
Okay.
So yes, I feel comfortable
Wow.
on the
Okay.
stage. I don't say that like I'm stressed and I go to the stage and I continue to be stressed. I survive I learned to survive with this. So I just continue to live, but yes, inside I feel this like
Right.
very
On that, yes, excited maybe. You just have
yes.
that a lot of energy and you want to let it out. What better way than through dancing, right? To let it out. So I want to know. So you said you're looking at the audience. You actually see the crowd when you're dancing, or usually, or not really? On this
Yes,
performance, all right?
I
Mhm.
see the people, but it's usually when we perform on the stage is light, but in the whole of audience is darkness. So it's not very clear that you see, but you can see the people and you can see their eyes. But when you go to the stage, you look to the eyes of the people, but you never, like, it's my life hack and my thing what I get from my performances, you never should to fall down in the eyes of people. You go to the stage to share your story. You should to analyze what they think and what is the story in their eyes, but you actually appear to the stage for your story, and they are here to see your story. When you start to fall down in their eyes, you start to analyze, like, oh, what they think about, wow, why they have moved like this, why they think like this. It's very easy to read from the eyes, because when people on the show, they are very, very simple, no mask on the face. You can read everything, exactly everything. And if you really start to fall down in their face and to read it, you start to lose your own direction of the energy. So
Wow.
I see them,
Yeah.
I look at them,
Hmm.
I see their eyes clearly, but I never fall down inside of their thinkings and in their eyes.
That's I mean that's amazing to hear, because I don't know. I didn't at first. I could imagine that like you're not seeing them too well, and then you said you saw them, so I was wondering maybe you're paying too much attention. But I guess the key, like with this, with dancing, but maybe also with like anything, like with podcasting, for example, I can't think too much of the audience and what they're thinking, right, the whole time, because then I'm gonna get self conscious. But then if I don't think about what the audience is thinking of at all, then it's just not gonna make any sense to anybody, and no one's gonna want to watch it. Right? Is it similar to that, you'd say? Yes,
Yes.
something like that. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, we're gonna watch another bit of it before we wrap up. I really do love watching this. Amazing. All right. So what I want to know here, Alex, you doing a lot of facial expressions, you're smiling, I mean, is it because you're living it and you're following your own direction? Or are you aware like there are cameras that are going to be looking at you? So I have to maybe show more expression on my face.
You mean when I dance
Yes,
in the show?
for this show specifically, are you like, do you exaggerate your facial expressions more when you know there are cameras on your face? Because if they're farther, they can't probably see your face too much. But
Uh,
tell me,
n-
Alex.
no, 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 no,
Yes.
no. It's
Mhm.
just natural thing for
Wow.
if cameras see you or they don't see you. And the same for audience. Actually, audience they see and they see
Hmm.
the face very well. And everyone human from audience, whatever they watch, as
Hmm.
usually they accept it from the face. So of course, the first thing which should be moved and trained is the face,
Hmm.
because it's like, your emotions, it's the part of your body language. You cannot speak without emotions. You cannot be happy and smile and in the same time to be close. Like you see, even right now I say you happy and I open my shoulders because it's combined in the brain. It's for everyone human. It's not just for me or for dancer. Like if you are happy, you're breathing with all the chest and you are smiling. You cannot be like this and to be happy. If you do like this, your brow starts to fall down and you become sad. So it's like together. So whatever you feel, it will be on the face. It's for sure. If you dance just to show the movement, like you learn the choreography or you learn the movement, then yes, it will be complicated for you to show some expression on the face. But if you leave the story, if you translate the story through your body, then it will be natural. It's not because of the camera or audience or something else. It's just like a part.
All right. Amazing. That's
And yes, say.
I just want to say we're almost out of time here, and I mean I love talking to you so much. We've talked for a while now, and I've
Oh,
learned so
wow.
much already. Yeah, exactly. Time does fly. Time does fly on this podcast, and I've learned a lot from you. Um, is there? So I just want to ask you one more thing about like battling your own nervousness or anxieties. I mean, you've been through a lot, right? You said coming from Ukraine, where dancing or traveling or wasn't too much of a thing, and you said you had your own stresses, and then you went past it and now you still get stressed, but you've become more accepting of the stress, right?
Mhm.
How did you do that, and do you have advice for young dancers who get nervous maybe?
The most important advice for everyone dancer who just start their journey through this art or any another kind of dance, just be in love what you do. And as more time you give to something what you love, as more feedback you will receive. And it has no meaning. Do you feel stressed? Do you feel worried? If you give love, love will come back to you. This is the rule of the universe in general. It's not only about the dance or about the belly dance. Just give love and receive love. That's all. It's simple, but it's perfect.
Wow, magical, amazing. Alex, thank you so much. I mean, I didn't know
Thank you so much.
I'd get all, this is awesome to hear from you. And I learned a lot. I'm not a belly dancer, but it's great to hear your insight and your story and your perspective on things. So thank you, Alex. Yeah, is there anything you want to shout out or say before we wrap up on the show?
I just want to say thank you, Ali, for this invitation, and thank you that you do this podcast and you invite different people from different areas and they can share their story. And again, like you asked me why people must to watch dance, right now the same like why people must to listen podcast,
Why should
because
they listen to this podcast? You tell us.
because for someone, it can be inspiration. Some stories can be inspiring for somebody and it can change their life totally.
Wow, amazing. You heard it here. if your life was inspired or changed or because of this podcast, please subscribe. Come on.
Yes, or at least if it was interesting for you to watch and to be here and to listen our communication, yes, subscribe and stay with us.
Stay with us. Stay with Alex. Check out, I'll leave her channel and page and the link below. Thank you, Alex, so much. This was awesome to hear from you. And this is how we sign out. It's good to see Alex, and peace.
Thank you.
Medical services, and right after nurses, I'm gonna be forced to take it. It won't be my choice.
Okay. Let's go on that point. So you mentioned that Canada is gonna have double their population and vaccines. Why? What are they gonna do with the extra? The extra they can literally just give them to other countries in the world
that can't afford it.
So, and the reports that I've seen, Africa's probably gonna receive it up to 2023. Why do they have to wait 3 more years of these severe cases, and like their death rate is gonna increase most definitely, and we're gonna have another HIV case basically.
I don't agree with all their decisions.